Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining in. We are here for session 15 of our 21-day mindfulness challenge. About to begin in a minute, but I definitely wanted to take a moment to thank you for joining in. If this is your first time, we've been meeting for the last 14. This is week 15 of the 21 days of mindfulness. And what we've been doing is discussing a mindfulness practice each week for the 21 weeks. We say it's a 21-day challenge. We've invested 21 days, but after we share the practice on Mondays, we would like you to continue the practice throughout the week so that way you get to master it, get to know it well. So today is session 15 of the 21-day mindfulness challenge. If you are not familiar with mindfulness, it is a tool to help reduce stress. We are in our battling burnout phase. And what it does, what it emulates is acceptance, awareness, non-judgment, being in the present moment. So when you take time to be in the present moment, you allow yourself to release any worries, any fears, anything that's happened in the past, anything that might come up in the future, and just being present in the here and now and taking the time in to tune in with yourself and your environment and to appreciate where you are in this space and time. So today we're going to talk about releasing and surrendering. A lot of times we carry a lot of weight on us about things that are happening in our lives. So I want you to take a moment to just bring to mind something that's happened that you may be resisting, something that may have happened in the past that you may have some regrets about, and just recall that events and thinking about what control you may have in the present moment. If something's happened, is there something you can do now to resolve it? And just thinking of what areas you do have control over. And maybe there is something you can do to have some impact in the future. Or maybe it's beyond your control. Or maybe it's a combination of things. So recognizing what you can control and thinking about a plan to implement that. But at the same time, acknowledging what aspects of the situation that you cannot control. And if you can't control it, then there's nothing that you can do. And being able to accept that. So with that in mind, I'd like you to repeat the following statements. I am willing now to stop trying to control the uncontrollable. I feel a sense of relief as I begin this release meditation with the intention to accept the situation as it is so that I can free myself from the burden of resistance. I am willing now to surrender to this moment and be here fully, releasing any attachment to belief or demand about how anything should be. I choose now to see this situation fully as it is and accept it in this moment. So with those thoughts in mind, I'd like you to prepare yourself for a brief guided meditation around release and surrender. So finding a comfortable position, either laying down or seated, supported. Doing what you need to do to get comfortable in this moment. And taking a few moments for yourself. Releasing any need to do. Right now we're just being. If you're sitting, I invite you to lengthen your spine, bringing the crown of your head towards the sky. In any position you're in, just relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. And allowing yourself to breathe naturally. Again, not trying to control anything. Just taking notice to your breath. Notice the pace. Notice the temperature of the air. Notice the rise and fall of your chest and abdomen as you inhale and exhale. Now bring to mind the situation that may be causing some resistance, and take notice to anything you might be feeling in your body. Notice whatever memories come to mind, any words, any sensations. Again, releasing judgment, but just taking notice of what you may be feeling or experiencing or remembering. If there are any parts of the story that you've been unwilling to look at, take this time now to envision it clearly, allowing yourself to look into it and to see it, again, without judgment. Now bring to attention any emotions that you feel, avoiding the urge to push them away, just allowing them to be. And acknowledge them for showing up honestly for you. And we are not our thoughts and we're not our emotions. We're simply witnessing them without judgment. Now imagine yourself holding your arms up to the sky with your palms open and facing up. And imagine looking at the sky, allowing your fears to rise into the clouds. And say to yourself, I release these fears, one at a time, once and for all. I surrender and accept what it is. Allow your arms to drop and place your hands over your heart. Now bring up the feeling of frustration and imagine yourself holding your arms up to the sky, opening your palms and allowing the frustration to rise up into the clouds. Saying to yourself, I release these frustrations one at a time, once and for all. I surrender and accept what it is. Relax, allowing your arms to drop and place your hands over your heart. Now bringing up the feeling of anger. And imagine yourself holding your arms up to the sky, clenching your fists. Take a deep breath, and as you breathe out, open your hands and allow the anger to rise up into the clouds. Saying to yourself, I release and let go. I accept and surrender to what I can't change. Relax and bring your arms down and place your hands over your heart. Now bring up the sadness. Imagine yourself holding your arms up to the sky, opening your palms, and say to yourself, I may feel sadness, but it's okay. Being able to let go and fully surrendering gives me strength and freedom. Accepting what I can't change gives me the power over my emotions. It gives me true freedom. Freedom from my past. Freedom from the things that I cannot control or change. Freedom from my fears. Freedom from my frustrations. Freedom from my anger. Freedom from my sadness. Freedom to have peace in my life. I fully surrender and accept what is understanding that it is a sign of strength, not weakness. I surrender the negative emotions now and release them to the sky. I understand that those things that we cannot control can be our greatest teacher at times. I surrender, understanding that this is what it's meant to be. I surrender, knowing I have no choice but to let go. I fully surrender, and I am now at peace. Take a deep breath in and allow yourself to feel a sensation of peace. Take another deep breath and come back fully to your mind and body. Maybe bring in some small movements, starting by wiggling your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, gently taking larger movements with your arms, your legs, your head. And if your eyes were closed, allow them to open when they're ready, bringing your awareness back to the space that you're in. And throughout the week, trying to remember that if there's situations beyond your control, you can accept and release them. Hopefully this was helpful, and I will see you again next Monday, every Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time for our 21-day mindfulness challenge. We are live on Facebook, Instagram, and if you catch us on Eventbrite, we will send you the Zoom link. And if you're not able to attend live, we will send you the recording if you're registered. And we also have the recordings on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And if you want additional mindfulness tools or any self-care support, you can visit the Wellness Connection Academy, Thinkific. The link is in the bio. So have a great day, a great week, and I will see you again soon.